You can start reading, Mataji. Anuja Mataji.
Gopi Geet, Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavata Purana, Canto 10, the Samambonam, Chapter 31, the Gopi Songs of Separation. This chapter relates how the gopis, overwhelmed by feelings of separation from Krishna, sat down on the bank of the Yamuna and began praying for his audience and singing his glories. Because the gopis had dedicated their minds and very lives to Krishna, they were beside themselves with the transcendental pain of separation. But their crying, which appears like evidence of misery, actually shows their exalted state of transcendental bliss. As it is said, Yatadheka Vaishnave Vyavahara Dukkha Nischaya Janihase Paramananda Sukha. Whenever one sees a Vaishnava acting unhappy, one should know it for sure that he is actually experiencing the highest spiritual bliss. Thus, each of the gopis began addressing Lord Krishna according to her individual mode of ecstasy, and they all prayed for him for his mercy. As the pastimes of Krishna spontaneously arose in the minds of the gopis, they sang their song which relieved the agony of those suffering from the burning pain of separation from Krishna and which bestows supreme auspiciousness. They sang, O Lord, O lover, O cheater, when we remember your smile, your loving glances, and your pastimes with your boyhood friends, we become extremely agitated. Remembering your lotus face, adorned with locks of blackish hair smeared with the dust of the cows, we become irrevocably attached to you. And when we remember how you followed the cows from the forest to forest with your tender feet, we feel great pain. In their separation from Krishna, the gopis considered a single moment an entire age. Even when they had previously seen him, they had found the blinking of their eyelids intolerable, for it blocked their vision of him for a fraction of a second. The ecstatic sentiments for Lord Krishna that the gopis expressed may appear like symptoms of lust, but in reality, they are manifestations of their pure desire to satisfy the Supreme Lord's spiritual senses. There is not even the slightest trace of lust in these modes of the gopis. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. नष्टप्रायेष्वभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाखया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गोप्य ऊचुः जयति तेऽधिकं कृष्णा जन्मना व्रजः श्रयत इन्दिरा कृष्ण शश्वदत्र हि दयितदृश्यतां कृष्ण दिक्षु तावकास् त्वयि धृता सव कृष्णास्त्वां विचिन्वते.
Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. The gopis said, O beloved, your birth in the land of Raja has made it exceedingly glorious, and thus Indra, the goddess of fortune, always resides here. It is only for your sake that we, your devoted servants, maintain our lives. We have been searching everywhere for you, so please show yourself to us. Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Those who are familiar with the art of chanting Sanskrit verses will be able to appreciate the especially exquisite Sanskrit poetry of this chapter. Specifically, the poetic meter of the verses is extraordinarily beautiful. And also, for the most part, in each line, the first and the seventh syllables begin with the same consonant, as do the second syllables of all four lines. Hare Krishna.
शरदुदाशये कृष्णा साधु जात सत् सरसिजोदर कृष्णा श्रीमुषादृशा सुरतनाथ ते कृष्ण अशुल्कदासिका वरदनिघ्नतो कृष्ण नेह किं वधः
Hare Krishna, O Lord of Love, in beauty, your glance exalts the role of the finest, most perfectly formed lotus within the autumn pond. O bestower of benedictions, you are killing the maid servants who have given themselves to you freely without any price. Isn't this murder? Purport. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. In the autumn season, the role of the lotus has a special beauty, but that unique loveliness is surpassed by the beauty of Krishna's glance. Hare Krishna.
वृषजलाप्ययात् कृष्णाव्यालराक्षसाद् वर्षमारुतात् कृष्ण वैद्युतानलात् वृषमयात्मजात् कृष्ण विश्वतो भयात् ऋषभते वयं कृष्ण रक्षितामुहुः
Hare Krishna. O greatest of personalities, you have repeatedly saved us from all kinds of danger, from poisoned water, from the terrible man-eater Agha, from the great rains, from the wind demon, from the fiery thunderbolt of Indra, from the bull demon, and from the son of Maya Dhanava. Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Here the gopis imply, O Krishna, you saved us from so many terrible dangers. So now that we are dying of separation from you, won't you save us again? Srila Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura explains that the gopis mention Harishta and Vayoma because although Krishna had not yet killed these demons, the fact that he would kill them in the future was well known, having been predicted by the sages Garga and Bhaguri at the time of the Lord's birth. Hare Krishna.
न खलु गोपिका कृष्णानन्दनो भवान् अखिलदेहिनां कृष्णा अन्तरात्मदृक् विखनसार्थितो कृष्णा विश्वगुप्तये सख उदेयिवान् कृष्णा सात्वतां कुले
Hare Krishna. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. You are not actually the son of the Gopi, Yashoda, O friend, but rather the indwelling witness in the hearts of all embodied souls. Because Lord Brahma prayed for you to come and protect the universe, you have now appeared in the Shatvata dynasty. Purport. The gopis here imply, since you have descended to protect the entire universe, how can you neglect your own devotees? Hare Krishna.
विरचिता भयं कृष्ण वृष्णिधुर्यते चरणमीयुषां कृष्ण संसृते भयात् करसरोरुहं कृष्णाकान्तकामदं शिरसि देहि नः कृष्णा श्रीकरग्रहम्
Arvinda Mata. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O best of the Rishnis, your lotus-like hand, which holds the hand of the goddesses of fortune, grants fearlessness to those who approach your feet out of fear of material existence. O lover, please place that wish-fulfilling lotus hand on our heads. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
व्रजजनार्तिहन् कृष्णा वीरयोषिताम् निज जनस्मयं कृष्णा ध्वंसनस्मिता भज सखे भवत् कृष्णा किङ्करी स्मनो जलरुहाननं कृष्णा चारुदर्शय
Sindhu Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Oh, you who destroy the suffering of Prajas people, host hero of all women, your smile shows us the false pride of your devotees. Please, dear friend, accept us as your maid servants and show us your beautiful lotus face. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
प्रणतदेहिनां कृष्णा पापकर्षणं तृणचरानुगं कृष्ण श्रीनिकेतनं फणिफणार्पितं कृष्ण ते पदाम्बुजं कृणुकुचेषु नः कृष्णा कृन्धि हृच्छयम्
Anuja Mataji, would you like to take up? Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
just one translation. Hare Krishna. Your lotus feet destroy the past sins of all embodied souls who surrender them. Those feet follow after the cows in the pastures and are the eternal abode of the goddess of the fortune. Since you once put those feet on the hoods of the great serpent Kaliya, please place them upon our breast and tear away the lust in our hearts. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. In their appeal, the gopis point out that Lord Krishna's lotus feet destroy the sins of all surrendered, conditioned souls. The Lord is so merciful that he even goes out to herd the cows in the pasturing ground, and thus his lotus feet follow them about in the grass. He has offered his lotus feet to the goddess of fortune and has placed them upon the hoods of the serpent Kaliya. Therefore, considering all this, the Lord should place his lotus feet on the gopis' breasts and satisfy their desire. That is the logic the gopis employ here. Hare Krishna.
मधुरया गिरा कृष्णावल्गुवाक्यया बुधमनोज्ञया कृष्णा पुष्करीक्षणा विधिकरीरिमा कृष्णा वीरमुह्यति अधरसीधुना कृष्णाप्याययस्व नः
Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. O lotus-eyed one, your sweet voice and charming words, which attract the minds of the intelligent, are bewildering us more and more. Our dear hero, please revive your maid servants with the nectar of your lips. Hare Krishna.
तव कथामृतं कृष्णा तप्तजीवनं कविभिरीडितं कृष्ण कल्मषापहं श्रवणमङ्गलं कृष्ण श्रीमदाततं भुवि गृह्णन्ति ते कृष्ण भूरिदा जनाः
Hare Krishna. The nectar of your words and the description of your activities are the life and soul of those suffering in this material world. These narrations, transmitted by learned sages, eradicate one's sinful reactions and bestow good fortune upon whoever hears them. These narrations are broadcast all over the world and are filled with spiritual power. Certainly, those who spread the message of Godhead are most munificent. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. King Pratap Rudra recited this verse to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during Lord Jagannatha Ratha Yatra festival. While the Lord was resting in a garden, King Pratapa Rudra humbly entered and began massaging his legs and lotus feet. Then the king recited the 31st chapter of the 10th canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam, the songs of the gopis. The Chaitanya Charitamrita relates that when Lord Chaitanya heard this verse beginning Tava Katamritam, he immediately arose in ecstatic love and embraced King Prataparudra. The incident is described in detail in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya 14.4 to 18. And in this edition, Srila Prabhupada has given extensive commentary on it. Hare Krishna.
प्रहसितं प्रिया कृष्णा प्रेमवीक्षणम् विहरणं च ते कृष्णा ध्यानमङ्गलम् रहसि संविदो कृष्णाया हृदि स्पृशः कुहकनो मनः कृष्णाक्षोभयन्तिः
Hare Krishna. Translation. Your smiles, your sweet, your glances, the intimate pastimes, and confidential talks we enjoyed with you, all these are auspicious to meditate upon, and they touch our hearts. But at the same time, O deceiver, they very much agitate our minds. Hare Krishna.
चलसि यद्व्रजात् कृष्णा चारयन् पशून् नलिनसुन्दरं कृष्ण नाथ ते पदम् शिलतृणाङ्कुरैः कृष्ण सीदतीति नः कलिलतामनः कृष्णाकान्त गच्छति.
Hare Krishna, translation by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Dear Master, dear lover, when you leave the cowherd village to herd the cows, our minds are disturbed with the thought that your feet, more beautiful than a lotus, will be pricked by the spiked husks of grain and the rough grass and plants. Hare Krishna.
दिनपरीक्षये कृष्णानीलकुन्तलये वनरुहाननं कृष्णाबिभ्रदावृतम् घनरजस्वलं कृष्णा दर्शयन्मुहुर् मनसि नः स्मरं कृष्णा वीरयच्छसि.
Sindhu Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. At the end of the day, you repeatedly show us your lotus face covered with a dark blue locks of hair and thickly covered with dust. Thus, O hero, you arouse lusty desires in your mind. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
प्रणतकामदं कृष्णा पद्मजार्चितं धरणिमण्डनं कृष्ण ध्येयमापदि चरणपङ्कजं कृष्ण शं च ते रमणनः सनेषु कृष्णा अर्पयाधिहन्.
Arvinda
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Your lotus feet, which are worshipped by Lord Brahma, fulfill the desires of all you bow down to them. They are the ornament of the earth. They give the highest satisfaction, and in times of danger, they are the appropriate object of meditation. O lover, O destroyer of anxiety, please put those lotus feet upon our breast. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
सुरतवर्धनं कृष्णाशोकनाशनं स्वरितवेणुना कृष्णासुष्ठुचुम्बितम् इतररागवे कृष्णामारणं नृणां वितरवीरनः कृष्ण ते अधरामृतम्.
Hare Krishna. Translation by Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. O hero, kindly distribute to us the nectar of your lips, which enhances conjugal pleasure and vanquishes grief. That nectar is thoroughly relished by your vibrating flute and makes people forget any other attachment. Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Vish, Shri Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti's charming commentary on this verse is in the form of a dialogue between the gopis and Krishna. The gopis say, "O Krishna, you exactly resemble Dhanvantari, the best of physicians. So please give us some medicine, for we are suffering from the disease of romantic desire for you. Don't hesitate to give us the medicinal nectar of your lips freely without our paying a substantial price. Since you are a great hero in giving charity, you should give it without any payment, even to the most wretched person. Consider that we are losing our life and that now you can restore us to life by giving us that nectar. After all, you have already given it to your flute, which is simply a hollow bamboo stick." Krishna says, "But the diet of people in this world is the bad one of attachment to wealth followers, family, and so forth. The particular medicine you have requested should not be given to those who have such a bad diet. But this medicine makes one forget all the attachments. So wonderful is this herbal drug that it counteracts bad dietary habits. Please give us that nectar to us. Please give that nectar to us, O hero, since you are most charitable. Hare Krishna.
अटति यद्भवान् कृष्ण आह्निकाननम् त्रुटिर्युगायते कृष्ण त्वामपश्यताम् कुटिलकुन्तलं कृष्ण श्रीमुखं च ते जड उदीक्षतां कृष्ण पक्ष्मकृदृशाम्
Hare Krishna. When you go off to the forest during the day, a tiny fraction of a second becomes like a millennium for us because we cannot see you. And even when we can eagerly look upon your beautiful face, so lovely with its adornment of curly locks, our pleasure is hindered by our eyelids, which were fashioned by the foolish Creator. Hare Krishna.
पतिसुतान्वया कृष्णा भ्रातृबान्धवान् अतिविलङ्घ्यते कृष्णा अन्त्यच्युता गताः गतिविदस्तवो कृष्णोद्गीतमोहिताः हितवयोषितः कृष्णा कस्त्यजेन्निशि
Hare Krishna. Dear Achyuta, you very well know, you know very well why we have come here. Who but a cheater like you would abandon young women who come to see him in the middle of the night and enchanted by the loud song of his flute? Just to see you, we have completely rejected our husbands, children, ancestors, brothers, and other relatives. Hare Krishna.
रहसि संविदं कृष्णा हृच्छयोदयम् प्रहसिताननं कृष्ण प्रेमवीक्षणम् बृहदुरः श्रियो कृष्ण वीक्ष्य धामते मुहुरतिस्पृहा कृष्णा मुह्यते मनः
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Our minds are repeating.
You've got muted, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, you're on mute.
Rajalakshmi Mataji, you're muted, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Sindhu
Mataji, you
Mataji.
can take it up. Someone else can take it up.
Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Mm.
Our translation, our minds are repeatedly bewildered as we think of the intimate conversation we had with you in secret. Feel the rise of love in our hearts and remember your smiling face. Your loving glances and your broad chest, the resting place of the goddess of fortune, that we experience the most severe, hankering for you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
व्रजवनौकसां कृष्णाव्यक्तिरङ्गते वृजिनहन्त्र्यलं कृष्णा विश्वमङ्गलम् व्यजमनाक्षनः कृष्णा त्वत्स्पृहात्मनां स्वजनहृदृजां कृष्णा यन्निषूदनम्
Hare Krishna. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. O beloved, your all auspicious appearance vanquishes the distress of those living in Raja's forest. Our minds long for your association. Please give it to us just a bit of that medicine which counteracts the disease in your devotees' breasts. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. According to the Acharyas, the gopis repeatedly entreat Lord Krishna to place his lotus feet on their breasts. The gopis are not victims of material lust, but rather they are absorbed in pure love of Godhead and thus want to serve Lord Krishna's lotus feet by offering their beautiful breasts to him. Materialistic persons who are victims of mundane sex desire will not be able to understand how this conjugal dealings takes place on a pure spiritual platform, and that is the materialist's great misfortune. Hare Krishna.
यत्ते सुजातचरणाम्बुरुहं स्तनेषु भीताशनैः प्रियदधीमहि कर्कशेषु तेनावटीमटसि तद्वयथ तेन किं स्वेत् पूर्पादिभिर्भ्रमति धीर्भवदायुषाम्यः
Arvinda Mataji. Hare Krishna.
One second. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Oh dearly beloved, your lotus feet are so soft that we place them gently on our breast, fearing that your feet will be hurt. Our life rests only in you. Our minds therefore are filled with anxiety, and that your tender feet might be wounded by pebbles as you roam out on the forest path. Purport. The translation of this verse is from Srila Prabhupada, English rendering of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. This and the purport of humble servants of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada to the 10th canto, 31st chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled The Gopi Songs of Separation. Hare Krishna Mataji,
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna.